Hey everyone, Bray here, and today this video is going to be about the current state of Rust and what I think needs to be done to the game to improve it and help it out. So Rust is in a really weird state right now. When I talk about gameplay in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything other than the way guns work and guns themselves. I feel like there's a few things that need to be done to put the game in its prime since we're heading the right way in gameplay, but we still need a little bit of help. I personally think Rust gameplay is in one of the best states right now, other than some select few things. With the addition of the rocket factory and how it forces rad suits, giving them a use again, and the loot is so good, players end up fighting close quarters with a high risk of dying since you are wearing a rad suit. This is good. This forces close quarters PvP and makes the aim cone on every single gun easier to deal with, and since you can't wear armor in the rocket site, it makes it so anyone can take anyone in the rad town, putting the entire place on an even playing ground as long as you can aim as good as the person you are fighting. I think Facepunch needs to make other rad towns like Rocket Factory, since every rad town before Rocket Factory has been so underwhelming and almost a waste of time to go to other than for rifle and SMG bodies. Let's talk about components and endgame. The way you traverse to endgame in Rust right now needs to be looked at, since you almost are always struggling on one of two things: components or resources. In some of the prior systems like Blueprints and XP, you always only had to farm two things: nodes and trees, other than BPs where you farmed barrels. But since you had to progress into the endgame in both of them, it allowed the player to take their time and keep them on the server, since farming didn't feel so grindy and useless at the time like components does. I feel like XP did way too good of a job keeping people from progressing too fast and limiting the gameplay like DLCs, which was pretty annoying and got very boring after a couple wipes. And BPs had apparently too much RNG in it, which is funny because now the game currently has way more RNG than it did in BPs, and it honestly makes the game feel really bad. The workbench is being worked on, but why create an entire new thing that is going to limit people from crafting what they want, which is going to most likely cost more components and resources, making people poorer and stopping smaller groups and solo players to progress as fast as bigger groups, when all that has to be done is BPs need to be reintroduced or something needs to be based off of them. Blueprints were perfect with the bi-weekly wipes, where it would be 2-week BP wipes and 1-week map wipes, which you had 1 week of slow early game gameplay, which was the first week, which catered to those players, and 1 week of fast-paced PvP wipe, which catered to the other players. And in Blueprints you had some RNG, which you could get items like water pipes, bolts, AKs, launchers, and more. This made it so that someone starting on a server wasn't limited to a bow and a spear unless they made a base to craft higher tier weapons. That is what we call good RNG help, which in Facepunch eyes was bad apparently, since BPs was retired and so was barrel chops. But now we have to deal with our AKs not shooting straight and our Thompsons shooting everywhere and almost every gun in the game shooting wonky and hoping you get lucky. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. These are my opinions, so please don't get offended. It's just my opinion. Thanks for watching.